Hello everyone, my name is Becky Connolly and I will be your math instructor this semester, and this is Math 1035. I just wanted to make sure that everybody is in the right place to start off with, and so I want you to watch this little video to tell you a little bit more about what you need to know about 1035.
What is Math 1035? Math 1035, also known as Quantitative Reasoning with Integrated Algebra, is a general education course that fulfills the quantitative literacy requirement. It is the class that shows you how math is used in the real world. Math 1035 is equivalent to Math 1030. The difference is that Math 1035 has co-requisite algebra topics and material that will be covered to strengthen students' abilities and promote their success in other topics. Who should or shouldn't take this course? Please note this course is not intended for students majoring in science, math, business, education, and nursing. This course is for students majoring in programs not related to math and science. If you believe that you have a strong foundation in prerequisite algebra skills, you might consider Math 1030 as an alternative. Is there any requirement for registration? There is no placement test required for this course. If you are not sure if this is the correct course for your program, you should meet with an advisor who knows your educational goals. What can you expect to learn in this course with a real-life example? A broad scope of mathematical topics as they apply to real-world problems will be covered, including reasoning and number sense, probability and statistics, finance matters, and modeling. For example, you will learn about loans, mortgages, and planning for retirement, growth models and how they apply to the growth of populations or the spread of diseases, voting theory and how to find the winner of an election using preference ballots and runoff voting. Finally, after Math 1035, you will be more comfortable and confident using quantitative skills to make informed decisions in your own life.
Okay, so I hope that is helpful for you in being able to know what you need to, if you're in the correct place or not. So if this is the correct place for you, you can go to DegreeWorks, and in DegreeWorks, it'll tell you what you need to take. Whether it says 1030 or 1035, then that's great. If it says something different than that, then you should talk to your advisor and make sure this class will work for you. So I want to talk to you about a few other things. Again, I'm Becky Connolly, and I'm going to be your math instructor for this class. And I get questions a lot from students, and so I want to try and answer some of those questions in advance. So calculators, that's one of the big questions that I get. Can we use calculators in this class? Yes, you can. You are not able to use a graphing calculator, but you can use a scientific calculator. Here are two examples of calculators that I find that many students like, and they like them because they have something called Math Print. So if you look at this TI-30XS, you can see that there's like a fraction plus another fraction, and then it gives your answer in fraction form, which on a lot of calculators it doesn't do that. And if you need to change that to a decimal, then you click that button just above the Enter button, and it will change it back and forth from a fraction to a decimal. It also will take a square root and change it to a decimal if you hit that button again above the Enter sign. And so if you need something in square root form, it will leave it that way. If you need to change it to decimal form, you can do it that way. And also this TI-36X Pro does the same thing. They both, I think, you can find for under $20. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them at Walmart or Target or whatever is closest to you. They're pretty easy to find. Right? All right, let's take a look at a few things about this class that you might have some questions about. Like that video said, this is 1035, and so there's some algebra concepts that we want to make sure that you understand well before we jump into the objectives for this class. So you can see, let me go into the modules over here, and So we have that orientation module. Make sure that you get this orientation module done within the first week of class, because if you don't, if you're not working on the course in an online class, you can be administratively dropped. And that's because they think that maybe this, you as a student signed up for it but forgot that you did, and they don't want you to have to pay tuition for a class that you're not going to be working on. So make sure you reach out to me if there's some kind of problem and you can't get to these assignments within the first week. A lot of them are just reading through the stuff about the class, but there are a few things where you need to submit an assignment. So this introductions, that's to help us get to know each other and kind of get more of a sense of community in this online class. Then there's an assignment where you're going to practice submitting assignments, taking something from a photo, changing it to a PDF, and uploading it to Canvas so that I'm able to correct those for you. And then also there's things about the Canvas settings to make sure that you have things set up so that you can get announcements from me, and that you'll know that there is something going on in the class that you need to know about. After that orientation module, you'll notice that this next one says prepare for measurement and problem solving. So that's the unit that 1030 would do, measurement and problem solving. But in 1035, we've got these prepare for units too, to make sure that you are ready for the stuff that we're going to be doing. All right, so you'll take the readiness check, and if you pass it with 70% or better, then this next unit, the measurement and problem solving, will unlock for you so that you can do the assignments there. If you get below 70% on the readiness check, then go ahead and work through these examples, these problems, to make sure that you're ready, and then take that post check. And so if you get a 70% either on the post check or that first readiness check, the next part will open up for you. So I went in as a student and I didn't take the readiness check for problem solving, and so you can see that this unit is still locked. However, in the prepare for trigonometry, the next one, I did take the readiness check. I got above a 70%, so you can see that this unit is now unlocked for me to be able to work on the stuff that is here. Now in the unit, I want to just kind of show you some of the things that you need to know about each of the units. So the first part is just telling you a little bit about the objectives that you need to make sure that you understand, and that's what we're going to be learning about in this unit. This is the textbook, and so you can read through the textbook, or you also have some video examples. You could watch these videos and you can take notes as you are watching these videos. Remember, the textbook and the videos are like our lecture for this class because we don't meet in person, and so these are what you need to take notes on. However, there's another option. Let me go to this next page, and this option tends to be, when students do this, they usually do better in the class. And so what we have here are called lecture notes, and basically we've got these notes with these different videos embedded into them. And so there's an instructor telling you how to solve the problems. Let me go down to this first example here. So you can see that we have the Pythagorean theorem, and it tells you in words how to do this here. However, if we click this button, then it's going to take me to this where an instructor is explaining it.
What we need, we have two sides. It's very important that we see that it's a right triangle. And the longest side is always the opposite of the right angle. This is the hypotenuse. With our c squared equals a squared plus b squared, Pythagorean theorem, the hypotenuse is c. The a...
Okay, I'll pause there for a minute just because I just wanted you to get the idea. So you can see that same example that is here is the same example that he was doing, and And so you would be able to, kind of follow along with that and then try one on your own over on this side. So it's just a way to stay organized. You can either print these out, put them in a binder, keep them all together, or a lot of students like to just download them to a tablet, and on that they can just write on it digitally and be able to fill them in that way. That will save paper too. So if you have something like that and you can do that, great. If not, you can print them out. You can see this one is 10 pages long, so some of them are longer than that, but they still are good to have. Then after that, you can see that these are the exercises. So these are the homework problems that you're going to be doing. So there's that set, and then there's one more set that you will be doing for this. And after you get those two done, then you'll go on to the skills quiz. Make sure you do those exercises first. That's the practice that you need in order to score well on these skill quizzes. Now, I don't want you to use like the internet or notes on this, because this is to help you get ready for the exams. If you're using your notes to take these, then you're not going to be ready for the exams, because your brain's going to be used to being able to look at an example in order to solve a problem. And on the exam, you won't be able to do that. So try and practice in the way that you'll be taking the exam, and you'll do much better on those exams. Okay? And you can see down here, you can take it twice. So if you take it once and you don't like the score that you get, you can review over the problems, and then you'll be able to do that again. Let me show you let me go back to the modules here. So again, if I go back to where that readiness check was, right, if I go in there, so let me click on this. And you can see that I already did this assignment. And if I want to know, how I did on it, I clicked on that button there to see how I did. And then I can look at each of the questions. Now, I missed some of these on purpose just to be able to show you what happens on this, right, if you don't have those. And then you can see what you missed, work through those problems again. That's the same thing that will happen on the skills quiz. You'll be able to look at what you missed and then go back in and redo that quiz so that you can score better on it. Okay, so you're given a lot of these options. Now, there are a lot of ways to get help in this class as well, so I don't want you to feel like you're alone or, that you don't have help in this class. One thing that is really important to know is this online tutoring button over here. So a lot of my online students really like this. It goes to a website called tutor.com, and there's great tutors on there explaining things for you. And so you go there, you have a limited number of hours that you can use there. However, if you run out of hours and you find that it's a good way for you to get help, just reach out to me and I might be able to get you some more hours so that you can use that more often, because usually a lot of students are not using it, and so there's usually some other hours that you can use on it. And in addition to that, let me go back to the home page to point out a few things here. All right, you'll see my instructor information. We'll click there. And so this is just a little bit about how you can get help. So if you need to ask me a question about something, please use that Canvas inbox. If you need help on stuff, there's drop-in office hours where you can come and ask me questions on Mondays and Wednesdays from 12 to 1, or on Wednesday evenings from 5:30 to 6:30, but I'm also available by appointment. So if those times don't work for you, please message me and we'll figure out another time. And this link below it, that is my Zoom office, and so that is where you will go to when you're going to these drop-in office hours. Also, I'm going to be holding review sessions for the exams before we take each exam. and those will also be held in this Zoom office. Now, it's a really good way to get questions answered for you, and students that come to those tend to do better on the exam. So I hope that you'll be able to come to those. And if you're not able to come, I will record it, and you can see what other students have asked, but you won't be able to get your specific questions asked or answered if you're not able to come to it. But hopefully it'll at least give you a good way to review for the exam. Okay. Other things that you have available to you is the STEM Center. So you'll see the STEM tutoring here. Now, when you click on there, you'll see that there are hours that you can go to the STEM centers. So there's different campuses, and we've got, let's see, the South City, the Redwood, the Jordan, and I believe now the Harriman campus. All of those campuses have some a tutoring center. Basically, that's the STEM center here. And there's also some hours that are offered online. So if you're not able to go in person, but you want to go online, then you can. And this is totally free to you. So, and there's no limit in the amount of time that you can spend on there, like there is with this online tutoring that I talked about at the sidebar. Okay. Other things here, make sure that you read through the syllabus. It's going to give you a lot of good information. And again, make sure that you're in the right place, the right class for you. The calendar, just to help you stay on track, so you don't get behind in this class. When you get behind, it is so hard to get caught up. So please follow that calendar closely and stay up to date. If you want to look in the textbook, you can go to a link there as well. And so these are all great things to help you be successful in the class. So please make sure you reach out to me. I want to help you be successful in this class. And if I don't know that you're struggling with something, I can't help you. So make sure that you're doing that. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Send me a message in the inbox after you've watched this video and you find that there are some questions that you have answered. Although I probably will answer a lot of them in the syllabus and in this course orientation. So maybe check those out first before you send me a message, because your question probably will be answered in there. I'm looking forward to a great semester with you, and I hope you're excited for this class. It actually is a lot of fun. We're going to talk about a lot of fun topics. It's going to be different than any math class that you've probably had before, and some people really like that it's kind of different. In fact, one of my favorite units is this one on tessellations, and it's like art and math coming together, and so it's really quite fun. And a lot of things that, just to be able to be a better citizen or be more informed. Voting theory is really helpful, in understanding, voting systems and stuff, and about how things are done that way, as well as, understanding finance issues. Some people really, haven't had a class that really helps them with finance issues. This one will. So, all right, I will stop there, and please, just like I said, reach out to me if you have any questions. Have a wonderful day.